No, no, no. Oh, no, no. Get off. No. Get out of here. No. What is up, boys? Welcome back to the channel. I should say ladies too, right? Because I think we got some ladies watching. I know my daughters watch, so I got to say that. But, boys, we're working on the charger today. Well, not really on the charger stuff for the charger. Headers, boys. This actually will apply to anybody, any car, any header that you want to put on a car that's not coated or not treated. I've been wanting to try this stuff for a long time. It's Eastwood. I'm a big fan of Eastwood, fanboy. Just saying, Eastwood, holla at your boy, sponsor your boy. But let's get back to it. Let me show you what we're working with today. Headers, boys, check these out. These are the ones for the HELLCAT over there, the old HELLCAT. These are basically uncoated, untreated, whatever you want to call it, raw metal. We ordered them like this because he wasn't sure what he wanted to do, but now he's just said go ahead and coat them black. So to save some money, because you guys already know this Mopar build is not cheap, we're going to coat them ourselves, but we're going to use the old Eastwood. Guys, like I said, I'm a big fan of Eastwood, and I discovered they have this high temp satin black coating for specifically for headers. So obviously look, for up to 1400 degrees, boys. Everything I've seen like at O'Reilly's or AutoZone is probably around max 500 degrees, right? So this is up to 1400 degrees, boys. And this stuff right here, I mean, it should hold up no problem. The biggest thing is prep. It says to make sure you got a nice clean surface. Obviously, we have a nice surface to start with because they're all raw metal still. They don't have any existing coating on them. But we are going to, well, we picked up 2 cans, by the way. Oh, look at that. Oh, stickers add horsepower, boys. That's nice. Got some sandpaper here. We're going to, obviously, first, we're going to probably wash them down real quick. Get them a nice little wash with some Dawn dish soap. You guys know I love that stuff. And then some sandpaper. I've got a little bit of 80 grit right here. They said to use 80 grit, between 80 and 125 more or less, but I got this here lying around. This is a little bit more abrasive, so we're gonna use that to give them a nice good scuff, to that way that paint really kind of adheres to that surface. But the biggest thing is obviously prep and making sure the surface is clean before we spray. It also talks about doing about probably about 20 to 30 minutes between coats, boys. So we're gonna do a nice thin coat. I like to do kind of like a nice thin coat. If you guys watched any of my previous videos, it kind of, to me, kind of like gets the material to, in a sense, to react to the paint and not overreact, if that makes any sense. I don't know if you guys ever sprayed something and it kind of automatically like almost like creates bubbles in it or almost like divots in it. So we want to do a light coat to not really shock the surface too much. So you always do a light coat and then come back heavy, heavy, heavy. Obviously, just keep on going. So we're going to do as many coats as we can. And we're probably going to try to use all of this paint, honestly, because I want to make sure it doesn't come off. So we'll probably do 1 can per side or however you want to call it. But let's go ahead and start cleaning these things up, get them prepped for paint, and we'll go from there. First thing you're going to want to do here is go ahead and rinse them off with some water, and then take a sponge. I'm using a very coarse sponge here with some Dawn dish soap, just getting in all the nooks and crannies, getting everything off of the surface, all the dirt, dust, and grease. And then you're going to come back, rinse them off once again, and then dry them. You can air dry them. You can use a compressed air as well. Next step, you're going to go ahead and hit it with the sandpaper. I'm using 80 grit here. It works very well for this application. And you just want to, same thing, get into all the nooks and crannies. Just sand everything properly down so that way the paint sticks. And then you're going to come back and hit it once again with the sponge and water and maybe some Dawn dish soap as well, and then air dry them. All right, boys, we got this thing nice and clean, washed, ready to go. We do want to do some taping though. We're gonna go ahead and mask off this side here where the head goes. We don't want any tape on that side. And then we're also going to do the back side as well. And then we'll put a couple zip ties here to help us hold it when we go to paint it. So we'll do that because I like to put them on this side just because you won't ever see this side. So if we ever miss a little bit of paint or there's a little spot that it got missed, you won't see it once the bolt goes in. So we'll go ahead and use some blue masking tape, tape this off real quick, and then set up our ghetto spray booth. All right, y'all, finally paint, boys, paint. But you guys can see my ghetto spray booth. This is what I came up with. The engine hoist is set up and you guys can see it. We got these things hanging. You see what I was talking about with the zip ties? They're gonna work real good, but we're gonna make sure we're gonna go real light on that coat though, boys. Go real light on that first coat, and ladies, by the way, and then come back obviously between 20 and 30 minutes between coats. But boys, I ain't gonna lie to you, the wind chimes are a little bit noisy, and I'm not gonna lie, there's a little breeze, but I think we'll be okay. So try to find a spot that you guys can do this where it's not so windy, or wait for a day that's not so windy. Don't do what I did, but it's not super windy. So we're gonna try this. Hopefully this turns out real good. Let's just get to it.
Twenty minutes later.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Get off. No. Get out of here. No. 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 Oh, no. Oh my God, boys, I'm telling you, man, I got the worst luck. I could not pick the worst time to do this. Guys, it's starting to rain. It's starting to rain. I had to pull them down. I was literally on the last coat, probably maybe a quarter left of this can on the last coat, just trying to get them all cleaned up and finished up, I should say. But they're starting to look good. I'm gonna let them dry. Maybe I'll let you see them in the morning, but let me show you. Look at this. We were worried about the freaking wind, and like, are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Do you hear that, boys? It's ridiculous. Meanwhile, we got the Chevelle getting wet. Like, that's awesome. Thanks Mother Nature. Boys, and I just washed the car today. Well, not that car. That car's clean too, but the Camaro, we literally just got it back from the car wash like 2 hours ago, and I think I'm the one who did this. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the morning.
Early the next morning.
Wow, boys, it is the next day, man. That was crazy, this bipolar weather here in Vegas. It started to rain. It actually started to pour about 20 seconds after that, boys, but we got the headers inside before they got wet. Luckily for us, but we ran. But boys, look at these things, man. She's an angel, Floyd. Yeah, buddy. They look good, boys. They definitely came out real good, real nice. Definitely, I would say, doing that extra process of the sanding, I feel like it's gonna come in clutch when it comes to this paint actually sticking to this surface. Prep is definitely key, boys. You guys can see everything looks good. All we got left now, boys, is to actually put them on the car, put them on the HELLCAT. But we got to get that thing up in the air, but I got to get it over to the lift, believe it or not. So I got to get it over there first, and I got to drop the trans. I got to put a torque converter in and all that jazz. But if you guys are interested in this stuff here, I will definitely put a link down in the description below for the product we used on this stuff. So that way, if you guys are interested, you guys can check it out. If you want to get them coated, ceramic coated, it's definitely going to be a lot more expensive, but this is definitely an inexpensive way to do this. So check it out, guys. Check it out if you guys are interested. I'll put them down in the comments below. But you guys already know, man, hit the subscribe button. I see you guys watching. Cool? All right. Hit the like button and hit the bell for notifications. And stay wrenching.